go through some quick sound examples now to show you how to patch through. So we're going to start with the 512, which is the dual VCO. This is our sound generator. So the thing to bear in mind with modular synth is, unlike a keyboard where you have to play a key to make a sound, the VCO on a modular synth is always running, so it's always creating a sound. So if I patch in our saw wave into the mixer, we'll just get a sound straight away. And I can change the octave shifting of that. And I can also tune it. As well as a saw wave, we have a triangle wave. And we also have a square wave. Square wave has pulse width on it as well. And because it's a dual VCO, we have two sounds that we can run out of it. So I can also patch another sound. So I'll take a saw wave, combine it with a square wave into another channel on the mixer. So now we have two waveforms that are combined together, and I was just fine-tuning them there. To make a really thick sound. Now, because it's just generating a constant sound, if we wanted to actually put in some note information, we have to go into the key input. So to my left here, we've got a Roland SH01A boutique module, which has got a CV and gate output on it. So if I go out of the CV and plug into the key input, we can use this to run a pattern. So this is not playing any sound itself, we're just using it to generate a pattern. So that makes a really, really thick sound. It's great sounding. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move on now to the 521, which is the filter. So I can take both my outputs of my waveforms and go into the filter. Turn up the input level of those. And now I can take the output of my filter and go back into the mixer. And then I have my cutoff and resonance here, so I can control those from a filter. It sounds great because it's all 100% analog circuitry. Yeah, it's fantastic. So we have a dual filter on there, so I can combine up to 6 signals if I wanted to and go through 2 separate filters. There's also a high-pass filter in them. But I'm going to have a quick look at the VCA. So the sound that we're generating from the pattern at the moment, it's all very consistent notes. So it's all, it's full sustain. But we don't have a lot of control over the sound. So that's why we're going to use the VCA, but we're also going to have to use the envelope generator to generate part of the sound. So I'm going to take my output of the mixer, plug it into the first input on the VCA, take another cable, output from here, into the mixer again. So now I can modulate this using the envelope generator. So we're going to take another cable out of the gate output of the SH01A into the external input of the envelope generator. Then we're also going to take an output of this and go into the modulation of the VCA. Turn down my initial gain. So by changing the envelope, so the attack, decay, sustain, release of this, I can now have some more control over the sound, as we were just showing on there. So the VCA, you have up to 6 inputs on there, and you can patch in up to 6 different modulation sources at the bottom there, which is fantastic. On the dual envelope generator, we've also got an LFO. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to use that to control the pulse width of our oscillator. So we take an output from here for any of these shapes. So we can go from square wave, triangle, saw waves, reverse saw waves, but I'm going to use the sine wave at the end here. And again, we're going to go straight into the pulse width up the top in the oscillator section. So I can also change the speed of that. And create some really cool sounds out of it. So lastly, we have the 572 module. I'm just going to quickly show you the phaser and the delay. If I take my output from the mixer and go straight into the input, and then take another cable to go from the output into the input of here. So now the signal is going to be, the whole signal that we've made so far is going to be running through the phaser. So that's a really great sounding phaser. Likewise, underneath here, we've got a very short delay. Patch in exactly the same way. That's really great for just thickening out sounds. And then this module is also completed by a gate delay and also another LFO, so you can expand the options that you're doing.